Have a lovely match between Wisdom Overwatch and Trashcan Gang. Both teams are currently at the top of the second division, which this match is for. Wisdom slightly ahead with one more map win over Trashcan Gang, but it's gonna be decided who today, who is the best team in Div 2 apparently. So also I should probably introduce myself as well. I am Rinswind, and today I'm joined on production by Sunmilk. So I'm fairly happy for her because yesterday I had to do Pusta myself, and that was well less than fun since it was a bit of a cluster, but it still worked out fine in the end. But if you are here for the teams, don't forget to root for them in chat. Spam as much as you want. Support your guys' team. And yeah, I think that's most of it. So we're gonna be starting off, and it's gonna be seems gonna be Wisdom Overwatch on in blue so far, and then we have Trash Can getting in red. We are still running the old to the map pool from last season comp when this tournament started. So first one is going to be a control, which we're looking at Busan, Nepal, and Lijiang. And seems like Wisdom Overwatch is going to be picking up Busan so far. It's a new map, but so far I've been seeing it quite a bit more than all the other ones. I think Nepal people don't want to choose it because, well, the curse of the Lucio booping you into the middle of it is not very fun, and you have that mid ground. Li Jiang unfortunately has the stigma of being a main map, so people don't want to run that anymore. So it seems Busan is the most versatile and favorite map so far, even though it is very similar to a lot of the other maps, but either way. Couple of getting the rules in order while we wait. Other than that, if you're not part of a Discord, exclamation Discord in chat will give you that link. If you have a sub to spare, a Twitch Prime sub, we do appreciate it if you're willing to give that to us. We do this for fun. Nobody actually gets paid. Uh, so anything you would give to the community will go directly into the prize pool and to help us produce more games and other stuff like that. Other than that, no, it's losing team chooses maps. So if you lose a map, you get to choose the map next one. All right. It seems that there's still one player missing on the side of Trashcan. Trash Can Gang. Alright, well, it seems they're going to be starting off here in a couple of seconds. I'm actually going to go turn on my light since I'm currently sitting in the darkness. I can see clearly now the light has come. Alright, there we go. Getting the last couple things set up. Um, anything else to talk about, inform you guys? This is week 5 in the tournament. I believe we have another 2 weeks left, and then we're going to have the playoffs. Let's see if I can get that lovely schedule going. Yes, week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8. Actually, 3 weeks still left. So we are mid-season, but let's see who is going to be the top team in Div 2 tonight. I'm very excited for both these teams. Trashcan Gang did have a more meme style in the previous games. Wisdom Overwatch did run pretty much meta from what I can remember so far. And also, Wisdom Overwatch also apparently plays second place in the Rose Cup in the Diamond Division. So there are the
Now
on there
traveling to
on
Busan.
the high tier teams in Diamond, and I think they're trying to get the first place here in our tournament and
Initiating
keep
match.
the keep the winning streak rolling for their side. Um, Either way, it's going to be a very exciting match. We're going to be starting off here on this lovely, lovely match that is the Shrine map, Big Drum map. Huh, I can't. Apparently, there is a skybox I don't see right above
Ready
this
for battle.
building. Either way, we are a go. Seems going to be seeing dive from one team, or more of a Winston Zarya. Oh no, going straight meta for Wisdom Overwatch here, except for Amundo on Torbjorn. We are running the previous comp band, so Hanzo, Mei,
Five,
Baptiste,
4,
and
3,
Risa are currently
2,
banned in this
1.
game. So we're
Round
seeing
1.
double shields once again
Capture the
coming out
objective.
from Trashcan Gang. They have been running it so far every single game they've played. They do have Deem on the Sigma here. Oh, Symmetra turret with the teleport behind. They've already started with the strats. Told you a Gagu guy is going to be caught off here. They do have the Reaper coming in as well with the Symmetra. All its close quarter brawls. Sully is being more aggressive here, trying to zone them out as well. And with the long rotation, the sub rotation, I want to say, for Trashcan Gang, they're going to be going on point, going a little more ult charge, anything else. And that Jeff one on the side of Wisdom is already going down. They do have the Zarya with the high charge, but bubbles get broken and Symmetra is just beaming stuff down so far. He does get picked off in the middle. Oh, still alive there. And they do lose their break here. They do lose. They're going for the close quarter, literally brawl style, since they don't have any long range DPS on their side. But with that double shield that Trashcan Gang is running, it seems they don't have an issue there. And Finnick has already built up the super wall as well. So we're going to be looking at a fight with 3 walls, and since Google Gaga is getting close to the high noon, I'm going to assume that Finnick's going to wait till that high noon has popped and save her team. And here we have the good decision for Wisdom Overwatch here. Dropping the wall early, they have now a Pharah to deal with. She's going to be able to put a lot of pressure on there. There's currently no hit scan available to zone it out. But they're still running the Lucio Brick on the side of Wisdom Overwatch 2, so that's going to have a little issue with the high ground. Only Brick killing for the high ground here, but being already dropped as soon as Sigma comes out. Now you have Amanda in the back line here, firing in there, showing that value which that an uncontested Pharaoh basically gives you. And with this is going to be with Overwatch pushing a little forward here. They do have the heavy spam damage. They do have the long range damage as well from Gugaga Amanda as well. And it seems Trashcan Gang is going to try to find a way going away from that cliff. They fear the boop, but they do have the Symmetra strat, so they're able to rotate in at a faster speed, even with Lucio available as well. But they're caught off here on the side here. They do have the double shield, but the amount of damage coming into them is going to be a little hard, and they're going to have to decide if they want to do the cooldowns and jump in. They're trying to zone out the Pharah a little bit more, but the Pharah is already close to the barrage here, and there's no... Oh, actually, as HP Prime did switch over to that Pharah, to that 3, able to pick up as well, and with the concave from the team, it's also the solo daily die as well. But Gugaga with the big high noon in this middle brawl here, he's another fight as well. But this one is going to be pretty even on both sides here, but it's HP Prime still coming up big, getting a couple more kills on the side there. High charge Zarya gets zoned out as well, Bree protecting here the Kree carry as well, but Amanda is already back. Point is still in control from Wisdom Overwatch, and Gugaga is still alive after all this war here. No healers on the side, right there. But I see Amanda with that big barrage getting a 1 pick as well. Wall from that as well. Amanda switches targets, does not kill herself. Now it's only these what is the Sigma alive for the side of Trashcan Gang, but Wisdom Overwatch is not done here. They still have the advantage. They have the advantage Gonna be pushing as well. Cool guys gonna be popping behind noon as well. Oh, HP Prime goes down. Soldiers are on the side. Doesn't block the shatter, but it's not gonna be enough. Everybody on the side with the Overwatch is getting picked off. Well, Symmetra's gonna try rotating onto point. Cool can pick up Kugaga. Moira does the same thing, but the DPS are here for Wisdom Overwatch, and with that, it's going to the first point is gonna go to Wisdom Overwatch.
Score.
Nice switches here from Wisdom Overwatch. They saw what the enemy team was running. They switched to Pharaoh Mercy. The amount of spam damage coming out, there was nothing. Even with that speed rotation that Symmetra provides, they weren't able to get much value out of it with the Pharaoh rotating and put a lot of spam damage into it. And on the back of it, Gugu Gaga was able to get the kills, was able to get the damage out, and secure the victory for his team here. And since Wisdom Overwatch is going to be opting for dive, I do like it. The Hack Fist combo, Doomfist, has been fairly good, and since Mei and Hanzo is currently not there, the CC damage and the slow effect that doesn't always stop it is not there as well. With Sombra on these sides, currently got her spread reduced, so she should be able to build up that ult faster, get a lot more damage into it. Slightly encroaching the role Tracer would normally take and dive, so let's see what Wisdom Overwatch can do here. But we have the big heavy brawl comp on the side of Trashcan again, already on point. We have the Torbjorn turret, the actual only bane for Doomfist in this game. Oh, Jeffbot drops, tries to get a nice anti on the backline here, maybe provide some room for the rest of his team, but that big brawl damage still on point. Nobody goes down for the side of Trashcan gang, and they still have the Torbjorn. He's going to be setting up his turret once again, being a big nuisance for that Doomfist engagement as well, and so also for Sombra. She has to decloak to hack, but as long as she's in range of the turret, she's going to have a hard time coming in. And Trashcan gang is going to be rotating on the back high ground here, just trying to get the spook and anything else. Seems like a small glitch from the turret. Oh, does see Reiner coming in. He's going to have to be careful with shield. That turret does provide quite a bit of chip damage against shield, and if you have Torbjorn, Sigma, and Mercury shooting your shield, you can lose pretty fast. But two Donger is going to be saving his team in that sense. But slowly goes down to HP Prime. That big brawl, heavy damage, that shotgun, that shrapnel shotgun from Torbjorn is going to be make short work of him. Gugu Gaga does get the attention onto Finnick here on the meat creep in the back line. Oh, Amanda actually switched on to Mandu. Pronounced. If you're in chat and you're a fan of the team, please let me know if I'm mispronouncing any of the names. With this, we're going to be engaging in the wall. 60% already on the clock here for Trashcan gang. Amanda is going to be trying to spend enough damage in. Finnick on the backline here with that flank high noon, gets 2 kills, gets another kill on Finnick. Torbjorn ult come out as well. With that, it's going to be Wisdom Overwatch kill cleaned up perfectly here. Gugu Gaga is on the Sombra here, has not gotten a lot of big value so far in this game. He was able to build up that EMP. Now he's going to try to rotate all the way in the back line, trying to maybe get outline side of the turret, but HP Prime already started the turret into a different angle. Going to be a little hickey for him if he wants to pop that EMP, but it's going to be, Wisdom Overwatch going to be aggressive here. EMP comes out, Jump comes in as well. Oh no, Jump as well. They switch to the heavy brawl comp, the Orion Zarya that they did first map here. And with the EMP out, they get the free fight run that they need. Oh, mostly free fight run here. Sigma already on high ground here, running fairly slow here, gets hacked once again when he's a shift, but the ball and point still is in favor of Wisdom Overwatch. And the last person getting out here is going to be Loose here, jumping off the map for the resets, but 99% on the clock for Trashcan gang. They did a beautiful hold there, were able to push it to such an extent. They're sitting very comfortable at 99%. They only need one more fight and they can pick up this map. Finnick here trying to get the angle here. He has the Symmetra Sombra right behind him though. He has to be careful with the drop. Sombra rotates right in the back line here for Wisdom Overwatch. Oh, Symmetra. Oh, Zarya's insanely high charge here. Pop the grab into that 4-square spawner here. Gonna give a lot of damage into them. Oh, charge goes through onto Jeff, but here he's the break trying to protect this team. Trying to provide a little more healing here. It's a lot of brawl healing, so they need to stick together to get the advantage that they have. The break still already on point. Moira is the last one alive for Trashcan gang. Crouching there, trying not to get herself staggered. Just wants to go ahead and die and join the rest of the team for the reset. Sully does go down in the middle of the fight here. It seems that he is being a little overzealous and sometimes it's being at a weird angle. His off tank's not following up on his positioning, which has caused some of the fights and the shatters so far. And if Trashcan again can adapt and punish those small mistakes here, they can take this point up. Finnick here with the high ground as well. Wisdom is going to have to rotate out. It's going to give free percentage to Trashcan gang here. EMP once again comes out with a nice shatter combo. Both tanks are down from the side of Trashcan. Now it's only going to be McCree here on the right side, trying to get some picks up as well. Yep, but not anything else. Now we're like 90% territory for the side of Wisdom Overwatch. Torbjorn here ulting on the sideline here, but Jeffbot just smashing him back, able to do anything else. But sorry, Mario's gonna come the ult as well. Coalescence out as well. Torbjorn there as well. The picks are going in favor of Trashcan gang at 99%. They needed the Moira ult. They needed Torbjorn to stay alive, and they had enough damage on point to be picking up this map. And looking at the 1-1 on this first map. Nice going, guys. They were able to restabilize here, did lose most of their people, but they traded pretty evenly through most of that fight here. And it was Jeffbot here going on to that molten core that burned through his health. Is fairly horrendous against armor, and that's basically what Brig is. She is the armor machine, and she melted to death.
Ready for combat operations.
So far, these teams have been fairly even here. Both picked up a map. So this is going to be the decider. The decider is going to be the Mecha Base. D.Va's home ground here. We're not seeing a D.Va from either side, which is kind of ironic. Once again, Trashcan again is going to use a Symmetra here. From of course, quarters are going to be more aggressive here with the Beam Queen in tow. Let's see if the Brawl comes out. Actually, McCree Reaper on the side of Wisdom Overwatch here. They were expecting something like that. But Deem here with that spam damage. Already picking up Jeffbot with that. His main heal's already down for the side of Wisdom Overwatch here. They're going to have to be a little cautious here. Shift is still available from Warriors to maybe come as well. But Zari and Navino, insanely hard charge. Caught up with us towards there. It's going to be slowing him down. The rotation is slow as well. He does have Moira here on the sidelines healing him up. Maybe trying to get the kills while. And Sully here on point is going to get a couple kills. Since apparently only half the team dropped here, with Trashcan was split. But only the Reaper dies for that split on point, trying to get a little contest as well. Didn't get much percent out of it, so I'm not sure if that was worth it, but it's going to be Trashcan gang taking up the point percentage as well. Nope. Deem with a big eat on the Gravitar. And this is going to be fairly hairy for Wisdom Overwatch. They do pop the Coalescence, they pop the Shatter, but nothing goes out there. 2 ults wasted. Oh my god, Wisdom. Take a breather, reset, and re-engage on this one here. Finnick is going to be... Oh, Finnick did use the wall here, puts the teleporter right there, getting off into the point a little bit faster for the low mobility heroes. But they do have the advantage here at the corner here. No more May available, so that's the closest thing you can get to that slow effect that May does provide. Have big shatter on the back line of Wisdom Overwatch. On the back of it, this is going to be Trashcan gang just running through Wisdom Overwatch, getting 1 kills, 2 kills. Lucio trying to escape, he's going to get chased down the spawn, and that Moira killing him off in the end. Amanda's the only one getting out of here alive using a teleporter, just closing it a little faster distance. With that, we're already at 60%, and it's going to be Wisdom Overwatch trying to go back to that high ground here, try to push through it. Ball coming in as well. Coalescence on the back of it. Even beat was used. Reaper ult. Oh, he gets sniped in the middle of it. But Finnick high charge in the middle of Wisdom Overwatch. Going to be melting through most of their team. And with that, we're down to 80%. It's going to be last fight territory for Wisdom Overwatch. They have to come up quick here. They have to come up clutch. They're going to be opting for low ground, but it seems that Trashcan gang has already spotted the rotation coming in. And with that, they're going to be going ball at Finnick. Already pops the wall a bit early here, providing a lot of pressure for his walls. Big Reaper ulti from Amanda, and Wisdom Overwatch is on the back of this, able to get the kills, skip the kills, and everything else. And Googie Gaga comes big on that Doomfist, killing the Sigma and then ripping, smashing the Lucio into the wall. With that, they're going to be flipping the point once again, but Trashcan Gang is sitting at the 99%. They have two big ults coming up. They have the Sigma ult and the Hammer. If they can get those kills with those two out here, they should be able to push up this point. Teleported, a weird awkward spot is going to be dropping half the team here, half the team there. Split comes in. But Reaper is still able to get the kill onto Google Gaga. Sigma ult now coming as well. They have Coalescence up on the side of Whistle Overwatch. They are one man down here, but they have the small advantage. Hammer comes in from cannon fodder, gets the one kill, double kill onto. I think it's once again Symmetra in the big business. High charge, a lot of damage as well. Space Jam potentially coming in. Does not get in as well. But a couple of kills coming here, a couple there. It's going to be, oh, it's Trashcan is still, Wisdom Overwatch still in control of this map. They have the high charge Zarya as well. Coalescence is going to be coming down from ult. Alley, a little turtle, and another pick on, oh. Seems like Wisdom Overwatch is still able to pretty much clean up the fight so far. They had the advantage here, mana advantage right at the beginning of the fight here, but they used smart ult usage and were able to hold it. Amanda is going to be switching on the Tracer here. They did die fairly early, so they're going to be trying to get a little poke on the back line, potentially get a Roselle, and we have Finnick as well on the Tracer on the right side, getting chased out by that Doomfist Tracer combo on the side of Wisdom Overwatch. Shatter comes through, nice double pick, Shield does not like it. But it's gonna be, oh, nice punch to go, but 99%. Whoever wins the fight wins the map here. It's gonna Wisdom Overwatch coming in big with the kills. They want to do, they have the break. Oh, Coalescence come down as well. It's gonna be very, very dangerous. And they, oh, yeah, that's gonna be it. They had the Coalescence, they had the Pulse Bomb, they had the Graviton. It's just Wisdom Overwatch here had the ult advantage, able to use them a lot here. It came up in the middle. Once it all came in the middle of the fight, they popped him, and that's what Overwatch is. If you have the ults, pop them, and you win games. We have a little turtle here, the Mario play of the game.
Surrender to my will.
Double, triple, quadruple kill.
Alright, that will one. The first map goes to Wisdom Overwatch. Beautiful showing so far. And it's going to be Trashcan Gang gets to pick the next map. We're going to be looking at that escort part of the map pool. We're looking at Dorado, Route 66, and Rialto. Let's see what Trashcan Gang is going to pick up. I'm going to be opting for that Sigma. They were running the Symmetra strats, and that chokehold on first point and second is very good for Symmetra if you can get those in, and with a double shield, a lot of protection coming out. But Wisdom Overwatch did run Amanda on that Pharah, so it's going to be, oh, they're picking her up out. It's going to be very, very deadly here. If Amanda can get back on the Pharah, get the same value she's gotten on the previous rounds before, she's going to be able to get in here and clean up the fight with a nice rotation. They were not running any mercy protection with them, but they might be able, they might be opting to pick up them as well in this fight. Seeing if they can maybe potentially switch on and get a mercy there as well. It seems like Sully did love the protection for both the Lucio and the Brig in most of these brawl fights. It seems like we're going to have a switch on the side of Trashcan Gang here. Going to be switching out Tent for cannon fodder. Not sure. Haven't seen Tentacular before, so I assume he's going to be new pickup. Potentially might be that diva player that they need in these brawl fights. Some Overwatch going to be opting for a first point defense here. Nice pickup as well. It seems like the Gaga, I assume, is going to be on the McCree. They're going to have Amanda on that Fair Mercy here, providing a lot of damage and pressure into it. And with that Pharaoh up in the air, they hopefully will able to spot any rotation coming out from that Symmetra. They might be able to teleport top right corner, but if Farah spots it, she can literally boop the entire team into it. Um, Little hickey there. I assume they maybe have a backup strat that they might pull out on this map, but if they go with the same composition they had before, I really think this might not be the greatest map to go against a Farah that Amanda has shown so far. Okay, with that's going to be starting off on the map. Oh, I'm sorry there. A little tired today. And I'm not entirely sure. There's been a couple issues with some of the servers having issues so far. We had it yesterday as well with people lagging heavily mid-match. A couple disconnects here and there. It seems that the Blizzard servers currently are just I don't want to say going to shit, but it seems like that is what's happening. Oh, there we go. It seems like it finally did.
Welcome to reality.
No, seems like everything else. There we go. We finally got the match started. It might have seen that Blizzard didn't have an available server for us to run this map on. That they do have it now. And with that, we're going to be starting off on this map.
Ready for battle.
Alright, nice map. Let's see at the comps for both teams coming out. It seems, yep, we have a Fair Mercy on the side of Wisdom Overwatch here, and we're going to have a more of a dive comp coming out on the side of Trashcan Gang. They're going to be opting for a Doom Tracer dive combo with that Brig. We've seen quite a bit recently, providing extra armor on the Winston when he goes in. And by the time she builds up, it's a mid-fight, it's a brawl fight, and Brig is always good in the brawl fight. Farmer's going to be on high ground here, going to be spamming a lot of damage, and it's going to be up to Tentacular with that Diva to contest that Pharah. Not much else they can do on this, potentially rotating out of line of sight as well would work, it seems. Oh, jumping up here, trying to get a peek on where the enemy team is. Still holding strong in the score near. They're trying to rotate on the high ground here, trying to position themselves. Very good dive on the backline here. Drops in, but it's going to be against a Diva and a McCray. It's going to be fairly hard. HP Prime already gets stunned. Almost those has to flee as well. Deem already low from that damage coming out from Wisdom Overwatch. And what this is going to be, Trashcan Gang needs to switch in. Oh, big boop from Farah here. Just with that nice threading the break into the water. Fennec here trying to poke around, potentially get a rotation here and go hard on the back line, but Gungaga is already looking down the alleyway, already detecting something so far. With that match, once again, is going to be going hard. One jump coming in. Winston Bubble's going to be going down. Oh, Winston once again picked off. It seems they're diving into a big brawl combo here. They have the damage to break that shield very fastly with that Pharah Mercy comp in the air, and Gungaga is right click into it. And Vino also bring out a significant amount of damage with a micro missile just burning through that shield, and it's going to be Winston caught out quite a bit every single time here. And Nevino not spotting the Doomfist on the opposite high ground. Just look to your left. Just look there. You can see him. He's going to be caught out potentially. Nope. Going to be rotating out to the opposite high ground. Sleep. Trying to get that Reiner here on the bottom, but doesn't get anything else. Gungaga is going to be picking up Finnick in the background here. Tracer was once again more aggressive. Guga is going to be, oh, high nooning, doesn't get a pick out. HP Prime does get the mid-air brawl onto him. They do have the res available here and able to res him up as well, but Hammer comes out and no picks on that one. But Doofus does die for that one kill. Jeffbot gets another pick on the Winston, and it seems the Diamond is being shut down hard by Wisdom Overwatch so far. Oh, with that we're going to be going once again. Oh, seems like going to be Trashcan Gang switching to a more heavy ball comp here with a Ryan Diva comp with a Reaper in there. Phoenix switching over to that bomb. The bomb comes out, only gets Jeff on back, but that's the main healer down. It's going to be a big pick as well. Sudanger should have the res as well. The bomb comes out as well. Going to be protection them as well. Now onto it's going to be close quarters brawl here, but it's going to get picked up by HP Prime. Oh, but a man on top of this with that big barrage gets 2 picks, gets 3 picks, and even with the main tank down, this is the picks that they need. They're going to be sending back Trashcan Gang once again here. Oh my God, Wisdom Overwatch showing with a beautiful showing here, able to get the picks when they need to, restabling, using after the main tank, and with that short with that speed, that shift speed, that's all they can do. He's going to be here once again back in the fight here. They don't have the Lucio, but it seems they don't need it.
30 seconds.
And yeah, it seems last 30 seconds the clock is staring down onto Trashcan Gang this map around. They're brawling on these corners, trying to get a pick here, trying to potentially get Finnick that angle that he needs for that high noon. Gonna be rotating high ground here with the protection of HP Prime. He's gonna be in high ground. He's gonna try to pop this high noon, get rid of that Fair Mercy as well, but Fair Mercy is going to be right on top of him, trying to beat out that angle, potentially get the pick on Finnick himself as well, and that we're already over time, and Finnick is going to be getting, oh, gets spooked, and has the perfect angle for that picks onto those as well. Hammer comes down, and, oh, Anti as well, gets the pick up as well, and D-Mech onto Testicular. Hammer does come down, but doesn't get anybody. Nice split as well. Bomb comes in, gets 2 picks. It seems that Reinhardt shield was down. Now we have 3 people on the point on one. Nice anti with Jeffbot is going to get rid of Jupiter and anti-HP Prime. There's no healing for Reaper, and with that, it's going to be map over, overzealous there. Well, that is going to be first side or first attack phase from Trashcan Gang stopped here. They were able to complete first point, so it's going to be fairly the hard game here. But I saw the same thing yesterday. One team dominating over the other one, and they were able to flip this once more. Just basically just getting a little harder push here. Trashcan Gang is still in the game. They can still do the full hold here. It is a little percentage there. It is the 77 meters that they're able to push. So now they just have to make sure that Wisdom Overwatch pushes less than they did. Either way, we're going to be going aggressive here. Oh, it's going to be actually a dive style defense coming out from Trashcan Gang. While we have Amanda picking up the Genji Blade. We have the Nano from Jeffbot, so we might be looking at a Genji Blade potentially coming in. Oh, Sully on the Winston. We're going to have Dive coming out from both teams. But we have HP Prime actually in the backline sitting on that, the Dive Torp combo? Is that what I'm seeing here? Dive Torp combo with a teleporter to provide the extra speed for Jupiter here. He's going to be on Zenyatta. So they're going to be insanely low healing. So they're expecting to use a significant amount of damage when the dive comes in, potentially baiting them out with that anti-dive, and then using the Rig and the Sombra, the Symmetra here for quite a bit of anti-dive. Let's see what they can do here. Symmetras are fairly deadly for that Genji. They're going to beam down, slow him down as well. Let's see what they can do. And we have Amanda actually switching over to the Reaper as well. HP Prime, nice turret placement, is going to get the starting pick as well, get Gugaga out of the fight, and we've had the Broads been heavy on that corner. Both teams just trying to poke, potentially build up one pick potential, build up an ult as well, get things rolling for them here. Oh, seems like Gungaga has switched to that Widowmaker on the backline here, sniping all the way through, getting that turret as well, and it's going to be Torgrim caught out a little bit as well, but the damage has already been done onto that main tank of Trashcan Wisdom Overwatch here. But in the back of this, once again, it seems that Wisdom Overwatch is going to be able to regress. Oh, wall comes out as well. Oh, that wall, that big brawl, that chunky bunker damage is gonna be getting the kills of it. Even as long as the DPS seems to be alive for the side of Trashcan Gaming, they have enough damage with that Torbjorn turret with HP Prime himself to just zone out Wisdom Overwatch here. Guga once again with that snipe. He seems that HP Prime might have to find a different turret spot. Sides come out from Google Gaga, seem to see where the enemy team has set up, sees where the turret is going to be going down as well. Amanda's going to be trying to pick that up, the turret up as well. Winston trying to get a little room on team on the high ground here, going to be popping ult, and HP Prime does pop on ult, trying to get rid of Amanda here, trying to zone him out as well. Let's see what is stronger, Molten Core or healing, but it seems Molten Core wins out in the end, but Sully with that big... Oh, big bombs for both teams. I'm sorry, I got a little salted when I saw both bombs coming up with the wall as well. But it's still, oh, it's just great on point here with a Hammond protection. But Guga is still alive here with that Widowmaker staring down the line of sight, and they have the spawn manager on the side of Wisdom Overwatch here. They're going to be able to recom and recontest a lot faster than Trashcan Gang can. Big anti, he will not save them from as well, but HP Prime with that snipe on Guga Gaga is going to put him down as well. With this, once again, the fight is going to be coming up fairly even on both sides here. Fennec has set up on high ground here, Cemented turrets as well. Big and nade once again from Jeffbot here, showing up so beautiful here with his anti-nades, which is winning the fights with them. Now he's going to be zoning out by them here. Comes aggressive here with that. Winston tries to get Jeff out of here, and rotating in as well. HP Prime does have the teleport up, going to be teleporting in and on the high ground. Has built up once again that wall, but it is Winston you're fighting. Doesn't matter if the wall's up. The Tesla gun is just going to go through it as well. Going to dance through it. Sully now with that Primal is going to be bouncing around. HP Prime gets the kill in as well. Gets him off the point. It's going to be Wisdom Overwatch picking up the second map. 2-0 for Wisdom Overwatch. Nice attacking phase here. They had a beautiful attack phase, or defensive phase. And it seems that Trashcan did come out with a beautiful addition strat here. But it seems there was this one little aspect missing which prevented them from able to hold them on first point.
Double kill.
But it is still anybody's game. We're up to 2-0. And next up, we're going to be going into the 2CP part of the map pool, or Assault. So let's see what Trashcan Gang can do. If they can start their reverse sweep, or it's going to be Wisdom Overwatch securing the victory. Either way, great showing from both teams. A little surprised there that Trashcan Gang was able to hold for such a long time on this map. Wasn't so sure on with Finnick with a double shield comp that they're running, but it seems to be working out. It seems like HP Prime is a beast on that Torbjorn here. Putting out the turrets, getting the snipe also on the enemy Widowmaker. That's no easy feat. On the other hand, you might have been spam angles. You never know. Oh, yep, heavy spam combo as I see in the replay. But yeah, it's this is a good map to pick up for Trashcan Gang. Symmetra strats are fairly common both at first point and second point for Hanamura, since so they're going to be... Oh, you can't see the lobby. I'm sorry. It seems that Trashcan Gang is going to be opting out for Hanamura on this 2CP part of the map, and it's a good pick. They're going to be having the Symmetra. Fennec has shown up beautiful what he can do on that character, so he might be able to get this team in and get that early pick off on first point. I assume the Trashcan Gang has already versed themselves quite hard in the meta and the mind game strats that you can do with Symmetra, since they've already shown off that they have a Symmetra and a capable one at that. So let's see if they can fake out Wisdom Overwatch with a false teleporter. If they take the teleporter or where the teleporter goes. But with Fennec being so strong, I assume I'm gonna bet on Trashcan Gang pulling up a quite a bit of a hoodwink play on this Hanamura map. Alright, so I'm gonna be taking a quick 2-second hiatus. While this is going on, I'm gonna be filling up my water bottle. Um, yeah, I need to drink. I'll be right back. With that, I am going to be back. I hope you didn't miss me too much, chat. Um, Either way, it seems we're going to be taking still a quick little break here. Most teams are going to take a little breather here. Uh, Nice showing for both teams. I'm gonna assume that Trash Can Gang is a little frustrated here. They had a beautiful showing, but it seems that with that little that little je ne sais quoi was missing on their side here to get that victory. Let's see if they can pick it up. They get that little thing that they need to and push the reverse sweep or start the reverse sweep. But either way, it's been a very, very good map on both sides here. Very close one for both sides here. Both maps going 1-1 the first map, and then almost being able to reverse full hold Wisdom Overwatch on that first point as well. And that's what you have it. These two teams are at the top of the second division, and you can see why it is. Alright, seems they're going to be just putting a tent as well, so they're going to be going with that double shield strat as well. It seems that Dem might be the shot caller here for Trashcan since he's still in there, even though he's going to be switching on to that Winston versus um, Cannon Fodder, who seems to be the range specialist as such. And with Duper going out, uh, huh. I believe Jupiter was one of the support players. Um, hmm. Ali Turtle was the main support. Seems like they're switching out their off support. Oh no, actually, Ali Turtle was their brig. That's what I remember. Seems a couple of switching coming in. So Trash Can Gang. Maybe they have a Moira specialist. Maybe they should go for more of a, of course, quarter brawl healing with that Moira brick combo that you can get away with on these close quarter point. Wisdom Overwatch is going to be picking up the defense here. If you took a breather yourself, we're going to be going on to Hanamura. A beautiful map here, and we have Finnick on this Symmetra, who hopefully will be able to show us quite the new strat or a new style of Symmetra strat coming in. Either way, I have big hopes for him on this one.
Traveling to
And
hunt
once
more.
again, a little slower uptake on the map here. It seems like the servers on
Initiating
Blizzard not to
match.
be the best one. On the other hand, we did, if you did not see it, there was actually quite a bit of a kerfuffle, I want to say, or a little hiccup with a Battle.net earlier today, having a couple issues with letting people to log in. And if it's going on with Battle.net, I'm always going to assume it just tries the issues go down the line to each and every single game, not just the launcher client. So let's see
Ready for battle.
what you can do. Actually, it's going to be Amanda picking up the Symmetra. Not sure if that's actually going to be it's a teleporter strat here or just trying to get back onto point. Oh,
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
nope, they're going to be opting for a Symmetra here on defense. Nice pickup so far. Oh, they're going to take the high ground defense here. Oh, Amanda here going on high ground here, putting 2 turrets up here, expecting Finnick to pick up that Symmetra. He does have the Symmetra on the other side here. It seems the mind games have begun. Symmetra versus Symmetra here. Amanda going high ground here, pulling the teleporter up, potentially putting one on the back line to help his team come back faster. Hurting. That's going to be points, so it's going to be a Torbjorn turret. Teleporter goes out. This is going to be big bait. Sully gets taken in by the bait. Dem gets another pick up on the back of this. And with this, it's a straightforward push for the side of Trashcan gang here. They use teleport as a bait. And after that, we're able to quickly push in with a Lucio speed boost and pick up the point. Beautiful push here. It's going to be giving them a little over, I think it's almost 7. It's going to be 6 minutes and change here for the side, and they're going to be keeping up the momentum here, teleporting to the right side. Sully is going to be trying to spot this here. He's going to be a little pushed out as well, needs to rotate back to his team. Is able to retreat fast enough to something else, but let's just have a teleporter on high ground, Symmetra as well. And we're racing having the turret Wars 2020 here on this map. And Mandy getting a high ground spam damage in here. It's going to be burning down the double shield by quite a bit. Torbjorn turret is going to be on high ground as well, spatting damage in as well. But this is the issue. They can't push in with the Symmetra and Torb on the other side, and they can't go forward either. So it seems to be currently a very stalemate here. They're going to be using the Symmetra turrets to do a rotation here onto the high ground, try to zone them out as well. But so far, no big kills on either side. It seems to be a poke match so far. Finnick does have the wall up, and with their skill orb kill on True Counter, this might be the advantage that they need. Blessings come out as well, and there's going to be a lot of high dagger damage coming in for that team. Oh, and the kills are still going from Trashcan. They just were building up a couple more ults in these poke trays, and it seems that this is all what they need. But now we have Amanda with that double shield coming, that big shield coming out from point. The HP Prime is still alive here, putting the Torbjorn turret on the other side of the shield. 2 ticks in, third tick is going to be up here in a second. Slowly trying to get a little point here, but HP Prime now has the splurge available. Is going to be carving the point, preventing any comebacks coming in as well. But we have Amanda big on the Doomfist getting the first kill, but the Torbjorn turret is still putting damage directly into him. There's nothing they can do as long as that turret is still available. And that's going to be the third tick in, and it's going to be Trashcan gang picking up the second point here with 4 minutes 26 on the clock. A beautiful push so far. A nice strat coming into this. Being patient, building up that ult, and then a firing on all cylinders, just picking up this rotation here. Either way, now it's gonna be sorry. Wisdom Overwatch time for attack. They had a Fair Mercy coming out. This is a favorite map, and they are gonna be picking up the Fair Mercy here. Finnick is gonna switch on to that Widowmaker here. It's the first time we've seen it on that character. I've seen him on McCree once or twice. Him and HP Prime switching off that hit scan DPS. And HP Prime is actually picking up the Junkrat here. They're going to go for heavy spang damage and choke, hoping that their double shield would not break against the damage that can be put out by Wisdom Overwatch, but they're going to be opting for Ryan Zarya here. The bubble and the mobility that Reinhardt and Zarya have should be able to give enough protection here to just win the brawl fight out against this double shield meta. And as you can see, it's going to be Trashcan Gang holding a slightly speed. I've seen quite a bit so far. Having that Sigma and high ground here, just a little spotting, and as well Reinhardt at the choke. Farah's already rotated in, getting a little damage here. And Finnick catching the angle, getting the pick on him, getting another pick. Oh, 3 picks coming in for Finnick here. Sully does get at the enemy Reinhardt off as well, giving enough room for Divina coming in. But that's going to be the end of that push. Finnick here coming up clutch for Trashcan Gang. He's going to be sitting on this high ground here with an honor next to him, a shield from Sigma in as well. Teams are going to be putting a lot of pressure. They just want the Mercy pocket as well. It's going to be very hard for Teferimus to be business, and they're going to be switching over to a dive comp. They see a Trashcan Gang putting all their eggs in basket, all the eggs in the basket onto Finnick. They're trying to put an angle as well, but the rock comes in. Jeffbot also gets picked up as well. Have a Genji here on the side. Tries to escape, does escape as well. And with that, we're already like the first pushes down so far on the side of Wisdom Overwatch. Dive comes in, Sully gets charged right off the bat, and Navino loses the mech on the high ground right side. Once again, it seems the Trashcan Gang has the strat to beat this, but Gugaga has now switched onto the Widowmaker himself. He'll be rotating very, very high on the cliff, jumping off as well. Kyra's going to be coming around, going to be coming onto Jeffbot. Oh, and picking up Gugaga as well. Well-timed tire, they're getting the extra pick as well. And True Dinger gets Tree Donger. He's getting picked up in the back line as well, and finished. And we still have Finnick here with that Mercy pocket, able to put in much damage and poke that his team needs so far. Sully switches onto ball here. He's going to be eating through the choke here, trying to maybe pull some attention to the back line as well. Gugaga has now switched onto the Doomfist, trying to put anything else. Amanda switches high ground, tries to dive the Widowmaker as well, but we have HP Prime in his face. Sully does pick up Finnick here on the back end of that dive, and but HP Prime is still strong on point, now picking up Amanda as well. Nano coming now on them here, providing a shit ton of a significant amount of damage coming out from that spam that Sigma does provide. With that extra range as well, 22 meters, providing a lot of damage coming up from him. Sully still rotating the background here, roaming the back end here, trying to pick as much health packs as well. Now has 2-3 players after him, might be able to put enough tension here. So yeah, the rest of his team is able to go through choke fairly easily. Nano now coming on to Amanda here. He doesn't have the blade up yet, but the damage comes in. He's still able to get a couple kills. Now Blade comes out, gets the first kill, 2 kills out. Gets solo shotted here by Cannon Fodder. Phonic still alive, gets the pick on Navino as well. Well, the Gugaga alive, he gets the first pick as well. But it's going to be a 1-to-1 fight here on point, but the Hailer is still available for the side of Trashcan Gang, but the ball is still active on point. Oh, no. It's going to be, Trashcan Gang coming big out of this fight, able to get the kills as well. Now in the last 10 seconds, it's going to be Navino trying to put point, rotates in, touches point. Tyre is out on the side of HP Prime. It's going to be attacking the back line or the respawns for Wisdom Overwatch, banking that the rest of his team is going to be able to get the kills. Now Nano on Cannon Fodder is going to be able to pick up the kill onto Sully, the only person left alive with Overwatch. And with that's going to be Trashcan Gang picking up the fight. Beautiful defense here and beautiful attack phasing. Basically, they knew what they were going to do. They picked this map for a reason, and they showed off exactly why they picked this map. First, they used the Symmetra. They used Finnick on it as well. It seems like Finnick was the carry here. Dan had the damage here, but it was Finnick with that strat coming out first. The Symmetra on first paint, getting his team in there, getting the rotation going, and then sitting on that Widowmaker for such a long time, completely uncontested, raining damage or just raining down damage onto Wisdom Overwatch, getting 1 to 2 picks every single fight here, coming up big. Oh, seems like Trashcan Gang does have the carry DPS, and they've been using them quite a bit to perfection here this last map. We're looking at a 2-1 for Wisdom Overwatch here. We're going to be going to that last to these hybrid map here. Let's see what they're picking up. My pool should be Numbani, Icon, Wald, and King's Row. And I said King's Row. What else would you expect? So it's going to be King's Row getting picked up here by the side of Wisdom Overwatch. They were running a lot of meta comps, and since they were running a lot of meta comps here, especially that Ryan Zarya combo, the high charge damage coming in from both of that tank combo instead of Wisdom Overwatch. It's going to be fairly grand on this King's Row type. It's going to be all close quarters here. Zarya is going to be able to put a significant amount of damage out here, and it's potentially going to be Dem with that double shield. Not sure. It should be in on paper. It should be fairly effective since you can cover both shields here and there. Once again, going to be covering a quick break. Actually, this time from Trashcan Gang. Another break coming out. Either way, the double shield is fairly good on paper here with that double with the choke here, especially during street phase. If you can get those angles in, you can just rotate out the shields and pretty much provide a permanent fixture on a permanent wall that your team can hide against here. And Sigma small damage in those close quarters is fairly deadly. But let's see what they're going to be do. They still have a Fair Mercy on the side. Amanda has been showing off quite a bit on Fair Mercy. A couple mistakes here. Once again, like earlier on Rialto, booping the hiding high noon. McCree into your team, basically killing you and your pocket as well. A little unfortunate on the side of Hanamura here, being a little overzealous here and gets into the range of the spam damage of them getting picked off as well. Either way, it's going to be a fairly interesting fight. Either it's going to be a fairly close fight so far. Trashcan had a beautiful showing the last map, so let's see if they're able to reignite what they had. Got that Trash Can Gang spirit going, and can start the reverse sweep, but we're going to be having pick up with some Overwatch already waiting here. They have the strats that they want to. Going to be going on the attack here first for them. I'm gonna assume they're gonna be bringing up either a highly like more of a dive combo. You do have the high ground available on King's Row back point to get going. Dun-dun-dun. Sorry, looking at something in the other screen. Either way, it's yeah, we're still waiting for both teams to come up here. They still wanting the double shield for Trash Can Gang, so I'm going to assume that's coming up as well. Yoidrin did pick up the Moira, which did help with the quite amount of brawl healing as well. Switching onto the, I believe it was the Mercy for the attack phase, or for the defense phase, pocketing Finnick and getting him the damage that he needs to carry his team. I'm gonna get a quick question onto my so we're sitting still at the pause. Since we are as well a little over on the pause list for both teams here, or was it Trash Can Gaming requiring both pauses? I need to look potentially back. I think there's a total of 10 minutes that one team can ask for a pause, not going for any of the pauses I request. I can request a infinite amount of pauses whenever I want to. But the things are going to be going forward. We're going to be ready. I am ready. Sunmilk, are you ready? So we're going to be heading into King's Row here. It's going to be quite the match so far. A lot of even teams here.
Now
Trash Can
entering
Gang
King's
showing
Row.
some fire that last map here, picking up it really, really great.
Initiating
So
match.
let's see what they can bring to the King's Row table. Very tempted to make a round table pun here since yeah, that wouldn't work. Either way, a couple seconds more. Blizzard recently did shave off that spawn time. As a caster, I do appreciate that from Blizzard since it just makes stuff going a lot
Ready
faster.
for battle.
Either way, we're going to be starting off in a couple seconds here. And it seems that we're going to have Finnick. So we have the same strat coming out in defense that we saw in Hanamura. Finnick once more on the Widowmaker with Ali Turtle. Actually, it was Ali Turtle on the Mercy Pocket. I'm sorry. Yo Adrian was the Anna coming in for their side. So let's see what they can do on this defensive phase. And we do have Gugaria on the Widowmaker, Amanda on the Reaper, and a fairly standard coming out for the side of Wisdom Overwatch, this time in red.
Defend objective A.
But you can always look at the top of your screen since Sunmilk is doing such a nice job producing and getting stuff going for me. It's the quick rotation through here. They just with the turret as well. Finnick gets a pick as well. Turret already alive. Sully down already. And with that, both tanks are going to be dead for Wisdom Overwatch here. They need to rotate out, get themselves back together as well. Gugaga did not engage in the fight here, was just on an angle most of this. He's going to be switching off to, he did switch off to the Doomfist here. This was Widowmaker for that opening pick. And this is going to be Wisdom Overwatch, going to be aggressive here, going to be taking a rotation around the tournament, around the statue, and this is going to be Gugaga trying to contest that Widowmaker, trying to get her off. She's going to be rotating all the way around here. Ramanda actually teleport onto the high ground as well, going to be zoned out as well. Does spot the rotation for the Widowmaker, beating down. Escaping down the turret, but we have Navino going up on high ground here. They're going to be forcing down Widowmaker, trying to close the distance onto her. Also trying to get the turret here as well. Both bubbles are already used on the side of Wisdom Overwatch, but the turret is down. Zarya is high charge. So it's going to be out. And Amanda with the flank in the backland here. Gugaga with the flank up as well, rotating out the spam damage and the speed from both DPS, but they're still pushing fairly slow so far. Somebody dropping dangerously low after that sleep. They do have the high charge Zarya, but this is going to be enough. Oh, that's now coming up. Not that big direction here. They have the big ult coming in. Nice shatter from Cannonfall there. Stops both ults dead in their tracks. There's an Anthony coming from you, Adrian. Now that's going to be Trashcan Gaming picking up the fight. Gugaga still alive here, trying to cause potentially some damage on the backline here. Trying to build up the last percentage that he needs to get his ultimate up and running. And once again, it's going to be Wisdom Overwatch trying to get points, rotating in here, trying to get up. Can we take more of aggressive phase coming up? We have Deem already up with that ult. It's going to be Navino caught in the thing here. But on the back of this, when he was up in the air, his team was unprotected, and it's going to be Wisdom Overwatch picking up the pick so far. Oh, Finnick can't live through that high damage spam coming out. He right clicks from Zarya, and that fire strike from Sony is going to be ending his Phoenix life here. And with that, it's going to be Wisdom Overwatch finally picking up that point here. Beautiful hold from Trashcan Gaming. And with them dying pretty much together, except for, oh, actually, no, never mind. It's our floaty boy, our toe fetish gentleman is going to have the longer spawn, so he's going to take a couple seconds coming back to this, giving Wisdom Overwatch a little bit of a cleaner push. They did have trouble picking up that first point for such quite a bit of time, so it seems like they are welcoming the extra time they can get for this push. Already going through the second choke here. We're gonna have HP Prime coming out with that molten core, but hammering on top of it, and the distance that Harna needs to go through is not going to be enough, and gets burned by the molten core as well. In the back of this, Amanda is stuck out on the other side, and it's going to be picked up as well. And with this, is going to be Trashcan again, regrouping and regressing, and going to be getting back on point. Now we have a side rotation coming in from Wisdom Overwatch, trying to get close to the team here. They do have the heavy damage, but it only works if they're close quarters. And with the amount of damage coming out and with the space that both Deem and Cannon Fodder provides, it's so hard for Wisdom Overwatch to currently close the distance onto the team. They are running the Lucy here, but it seems they're just being caught out in the damage here, just staggering when the attack phase should go in. Just giving Trashcan Gaming just that inch of breathing time that they need to regroup, to regress, and it's put a significant amount of damage in here. This comp from Trashcan Gaming is fairly good at being standard, being still. They seem to get aggressed into. They have the ults to rotate them out and to get them stuff going. Hyman coming out as well, Nano coming out as well. And with this, it is Wisdom Overwatch not being able to completely engage onto Trashcan Gaming and zoning out as well. It seems that Wisdom Overwatch is a little stalled here. They don't know what to do. Gonna be switching Amanda onto that Symmetra here, potentially get the teleporter in and simply teleport on top of them and get their brawl going. Oh, Molesis comes out. Oh, but HP Prime just with that zoning ult. It seems to me like it looks quite a Trashcan game is putting up to the table, but I would call is going to be Clockwork Vendetta Strat 2.0. They're using the Molten Core so much because you can build up so nicely in this ball comp. So far, just uses it as a zoning out to provide anything else. And then with that zoning out as well. Google Gaga is now going to have his timing up as well. Shatter comes from both sides here, but it's Cannon Fodder with the bigger Shatter. Oh, beautiful double fire strike. Cornus with combo with that anti coming in from Yo Adrian here. And it's down last 30 seconds. It seems Trashcan Gang has Wisdom Overwatch by the I'm sorry, I'm faulting here for the nice analogy for Trashcan Gang. We already have the Trashcan. Fire has started. It is blazing hot. It is stinking up the room, and it's causing Wisdom Overwatch causing Wisdom Overwatch to choke on this map or on this attack phase. Oh, Phoenix now has the Hydra in the backline here, gets a double pick as well. They're at that in the bookshop as well. And Cannon Fodder with that big nano, he's just swinging through people. Doesn't matter if you have heals or not. Cannon Fodder will get you. And with this, it's going to be Trashcan Gang with a successful defense during street phase. Pushing out Wisdom Overwatch. Nice showing for them here. It seems that they needed that close quarters that the streets provided to implement on their distance rotation. The street phase is fairly deadly here. It was beautiful during Goat's phase because it was just one way in and one way out. And with the double shields that Trashcan Gang have, with that turret and Torbjorn sitting so far in the back, it just seemed deadly for Wisdom Overwatch trying to push into it. Not sure what they could have done. I always opt for more of a potentially a dive version come in, but the angles are just so bad to the street face. So either more aggression, more speed, or switch it off completely. And it seems that Wisdom Overwatch did not have a concurrent or good strat to counter Trashcan Gang in that street phase. With this, we're going to be going to Wisdom Overwatch's Trashcan Gang's time to attack here. Deem switching onto that Winston, potentially going for that Winston Reinhardt combo. Fairly interesting strat. You use the Winston and the Genji here for a coordinated dive. Oh, not switching back. Switch. Oh, switching back to the old standard comp here. Maybe we're trying to bait me out a little bit. Either way, double shield coming in. They have Finnick on the cemented turret here. Once again, this is a nice point. We do have Amanda on that Junkrat here. We have a in Vino on that on the Roadhog here as well. Pigs going directly into favor. There was no contesting here. They just went in. Everything else, HQ Prime getting staggered a little bit here. I'm not sure if he was pulling out the hammer in that mid fight or what he was doing. Either way, he was giving Sully a little bit of trouble there, or just preventing more damage or ult percentage coming out as well. But Sully is already sitting at 70% on the Shadow, while Cannon Fodder is only sitting at 30. So far, the fight has been really good here. It seems like Invino coming onto that Roadhog here. They might have spotted the Symmetra here, potentially trying to hook people while they go through, while they're not protected by that shield. Not to mention the amount of damage that Roadhog can put out with his right clicks as well. He's just waiting for that angle, anything else. And now we have a Uber Gaga sitting on the sidelines here, now coming up on that Tracer here. They knew Finnick was going to be on the high ground as well, just spamming and damage into it, just harassing them, not giving in an angle enough to attack here. But with this is going to be Wisdom Overwatch. They have found a strat that works for them. And with this, they're going to be zoning out Finnick here, now caught between a Junkrat and everything else. Oh, the Venom Man does take down Amanda, but the rest of the Trashcan Gang is already dead. Finnick is going to be cutting off as well. Gaga is still on the trace here, is going to be on the bottom line trying to rotate in the high ground as well. And Trashcan Gang here is going to be trying to get back a little bit, potentially regroup as a little more. Tracer is going to be seen here on the sideline here. Finnick is going to be having a harder time to rotate in, but Tracer is going to be dropping down as well, trying to get the thing up. Dan is going to go for the long range Sigma ult. And in the back of this, Cannon Fodder is going to be taking off. Cannon Fodder does get the double kill, the triple kill. Oh, Amanda does use the big tire coming as well, but they're caught in a small group with Cannon Fodder here. Now gets the nano, so putting out damage here, but that Sigma ult nano combo here, just basically pulling the team apart, splitting them up, giving Cannon Fodder so much free room on the low ground to basically to run through Wisdom Overwatch with that nano. And with that, it's gonna be Trashcan Gang picking up this first point. They're gonna have 4 minutes on the clock here, a nice beautiful time. And with the regroup still coming up from Wisdom Overwatch, they do have a little time to breathe. Gaga is going to be here on the trace, going to be on the high ground. Gonna wait for that Widow call to come in. Notice that he's gonna be something else. Gonna be aggressing into it. Mercy pocket now on the way, and he's gonna be picked off by Finnick here. Now Free Donger with that big brick coming in as well. He does get anti as well, but the aggression just comes out. They got the 2 picks, they got the 3 picks, and with that gonna be rolling through Trashcan Gang and pushing them back into spawn. Literally back to the spawn. Oh, that hook basically he gets Finnick out of spawn and gets the kill as well. Nice, gonna be nice stagger kill. And showing Finnick you're not safe and spawn from the Venus hook. He will get you. He will find you. And we have Amanda does switch on the Doomfist here, trying to get that off angle as well. Finnick does switch onto the McCree here. That is the kill. And with that backline dive and the heavy backline dive, it's going to be fairly hard coming in. Nice block here from Sully here. But HP Prime once again with that Molten Core. They have built up the ults. And with that, it's going to be fairly hard for Overwatch to do anything. Everybody is already down. Except for Kugang in the Highland here. He can't do anything. Corbin turret is out. He doesn't have the pulls. There's nothing he can do. He tries to go in, try to contest, but it's probably, yeah, there we go. It's going to be Trashcan Gang picking up King's Row. And there we have it, folks. Beautiful play here from Trashcan Gang. They lit their fire, and the fire is smoking, it's burning, and causing, I don't know what to tell you. That was beautiful strong from Trashcan Gang here. They pick up the map. We now have an even fight here from both sides. And we're going to go into that tiebreaker that is Oasis for that 5th map. It is still anybody's game. We're 5-5, and Wisdom Overwatch was a little stronger on that 2 CP. map pool so far. Either way, Trashcan Ganger here coming almost in with the reverse sweep. Needs just one map to anything else. Wisdom Overwatch still staying strong, but it seems that the strat from Trashcan Gang, that smoke, that fire coming out of the trash can is so toxic, and it seems that that strategy is coalescing, and it seems like Wisdom Overwatch so far have nothing and no strats that they can do against. Is a trash can gang doing another break? They're out of breaks. It's 10 minutes total, and they need to. Yeah, it was 4 minutes earlier, 5 minutes again. I think they have 1 minute left. Um, just yeah, I think they have 1 minute left to get this rolling. I looked it up. Um, yeah, each team is allowed a total of 10 minutes of pause per match in cases of player being. Yeah, each team. So I think it was Trash Can doing most of the pauses so far. I don't want to be a stickler, but uh, nothing else. We do have to follow the rules. I have to follow the rules. Everybody. Guess anything else, and I don't know. We are being casted, so we can go back and check the recording in as well. But either way, only every team gets 10 minutes of total pause time. With that, we're going to be heading into Oasis here. It's going to be Trash Can Gang versus Trash Can Gang. So far, showing up strong last two map. It's going to be Wisdom Overwatch. More on the back burner, more on the defensive side. Let's see if they can do the same thing they did on Oasis here and pick up the double point to win and win out this match. Either way, we're going to be looking on a strong match. I just realized the reason the background on King's Row is burning is because it's Archives event. And they're depicting the Archives King's Row map. Always wondered if you could actually play that in scrims. It would be fairly interesting to use that map versus the other one, especially since second point or third point does not have the holes on it. Seems like Wisdom Overwatch did take the break here as well, so it's actually going to be on Wisdom Overwatch's time for this pause either way. But Oasis, nice map. It is the tiebreaker for our season this time around. It's a fairly versatile map, similar with Oasis. It seems like the newer maps have a little more of an interesting gameplay coming in. I'm going to assume Trashing Gangs can be fairly dominant on that indoor phase that is University with a double shield, just preventing a lot of spam damage coming into them and having a little more time to breathe as well. Well, I assume that the downtown, the city center one, the car map is going to be fairly heavy favorite more for Wisdom Overwatch here. They're doing more of the dive characters to bear so far, so with that high ground control, they should be able to hopefully be fairly dominant on that match as well. So the open map, I'm going to assume that's going to come down to is going to be that garden phase. You can run pretty much anything on that map. You can run dives, you can run pretty much brawl, you can run bunker. It just depends on what they run. Trash Can Gang does have more of a bunker-esque style comp with that zoning out rotational ult usage that they do, using the Sigma ult and congestion with that HP Prime on that Torbjorn, since the freeze is not available, to switching out one for one. And seems so far the strat has come quite to has been executed quite well and is working out beautiful for Trash Can so far. with some Overwatch here, just sticking to that regular meta. It seems that they have some issues adapting to the current map, the map bans as well. They've been running fairly standard meta so far in this tournament, dominating quite with it. It seems that that is their forte is just that running that meta, getting that grind on that uh, style out, and it seems that they are missing a little bit of a flexivity here. Amanda does have more of the other pools of DPS, but it seems that Sully is just not as comfortable on other characters than he is on Reinhardt. Or from what I can see here, it might be going differently for the Eternal team, but it seems the flexibility of Wisdom Overwatch is just missing. Just showing up 1 or 2 team comps here. They're strong on the meta. By the way, oh, seems like teams are ready, and with this, we're going to be starting off Oasis. Come on, give me the match. I want to continue to see this close match here. I want to see if Wisdom Overwatch is able to secure the victory, or if Trashcan Gang is going to be getting their reverse sweep finished. Either way. Either way, so far it's been a beautiful map on both sides. Everybody is R. We're gonna be going as well, and it's up to Navina to.
Welcome to Oasis. Initiating match.
Alright, it seems we're going to the the gardens, the more of the beach phase, or the yacht club, I believe that is this map, since we have ships on both sides. Either way, it's going to be a fairly interesting thing coming out. Let's see which team can bring.
Ready for battle.
Get stuff going. It's going to be Trashcan Gang coming up with that standard comp with a Torb McCree. It seems that is actually going to be a complete copy of that strat coming out from Wisdom Overwatch here. And Navino switching onto that Sigma here. Having that Brig as well instead of the Lucy here is going to give a little more staying power, more brawl power as well. Gagaga is going to be switching onto that Symmetra turret, getting the teleport going, getting most of his team out faster, hopefully giving that speed advantage. But Lucy on the other side of the map with Trashcan Gang is able to get them here going, get them on high ground as well. And they're going to be taking the high ground control, and with this, it's going to be an uphill battle for Wisdom Overwatch. They're trying to spam it out as well, but the turret on both sides, with the Trashcan Gang turret is a little bit better here, but Amanda here also spams, able to get the kill on Reinhardt as well. LA Turtle here tries to go for the boop here, gets stunned as well. Nice anti-ulti team here. Is going to be dropping down and dropping low health as well. But it's a fairly big brawl on point. HP Prime coming up with a big take on the reverse behind this as well. It seems that Jeff Bot is fairly isolated midpoint here, but the brawl coming, the picks coming. Side of both ones, both fairly even. Both main tanks are back as well. Fennec going to be rotating as well. Both McCrees are going to be joining up the rest of the team. It seems that Fennec did lie in there a little slower there. Nano already up on the brink here. The raid boss is coming up. The team is already built, showing up how good he is on that thing, already building up the ulti and the thing as well. But on the back end of this, it's going to be, still fairly even here. Wisdom Overwatch does get the pick, one more pick in, and it's going to be Navino in that brig, a Sigma fight on point, getting up as well. Ali Turdy still here alive. Oh, Amanda, did you just kill him with a hammer? You just kill the Lucio with a hammer there. Showing some confidence with his team, maybe getting a little morale boost here. It's always nice to get that hammer kill. And this might be what Wisdom Overwatch needs to fill out this map here. Now they have the high ground here, they have the turret, they have the high noon. They're dropping as Google Gaga with the 4K. They do have the molten core at the back of this, just destroying everything else, but all they needed was 2 ults and they were able to shut it down. But look at that ult bank in that's going to be coming up for the side of Trashcan Gang here. They're going to have 5 ults for this next fight, and they only have 2 for Wisdom Overwatch here. It's going to be a hard time defending here. They do have the advantage on high ground, so they should be able to trade out this quite easily, especially with that Brig ult, which will give him quite the sustaining power in that mid fight. And with that hammer coming out as well, it's going to be up to Sully here to provide a big hammer. Comes down, double shield with minute else, and the molten core on the bottom of this is going to be other kills as well. And with that, it's going to be yeah, it's going to be Trashcan Gang picking up this fight here. They did have 6 ults coming in, using 3 of these 6 ults to win up this fight. They do have the Nano once more, potentially giving it to Can Fodder to fill up that shatter once again to get that shatter going. Either way, it's going to be a fairly hard fight for Wisdom Overwatch here. They used all their ults that last fight. It's going to be quite a bit of time till they get up 1 up as well, but it's still Trashcan here sitting on those 2 ults. Nano coming up on Cannon Fodder, HP Primes, and use that opportunity, that pressure that Cannon Fodder provides to get a picks on Jetbug here. And with that, the picking phase is going to be fairly up. Cannon Fodder does go down. The amount of damage coming out from Amanda was enough to pick him up as well. But Envino loses his shield here. Try to get a fire strike as well, but trying to get a pick damage here, potentially trying to get this fight even, build up their own ult, but it's still Trashcan Gang here sitting on 2 ults as well. One of them is that Sigma ult. Sigma already deadly low on the side as well. He's going to be zoning out with that flank charge in. So losing all life is here, but that shield is down, giving that Torment turn on the high ground to free range, getting pick on Jeffbot here. Jeffbot being a little bit overzealous here, playing mid-team, getting isolated quite a bit. Trying to go for those clutch nades. He might need to play a little passive here, going for more survivability. Going for a little more survivability versus those plays that he's been trying to go for, providing a little more pristine here. He'll be rotating the bottom towards Cliff here. Anti coming down from Yo Adrian. He's seeing on high ground here with both Heinmans coming out as well. Finnick does it to get the touch as well. Oh, but Gaga, they now have 2 kills up advantage as well. Sigma coming up as well, catching up 3 people. They're already fairly low, and they're getting a double kill on the back of this with Perfect Turret as well, but they're already at 80%. Almost 90% here for Trashcan Gaming, but it's 70 already for side of Wisdom Overwatch here. They did lose 2 people here, especially that Torbjorn and that Brig this fight, but with them going to be able to set up a high ground once more. They're going to be a split setup, going hard aggressive in the corner here, setting hopefully most of the damage up on high ground. With Brig returning as well, we're up at 90% here. Both teams are really even. Ultimate as well. Shatter comes in, gets 2 as well with the back end here of that fire. It's going to be burning through the team. The speed of Trashcan is split. Nade comes as well. Fire comes out aside from HP Prime as well, getting a couple kills with that one. But it just takes them too long to get the point. Oh, Trashcan. Oh, I'm sorry, but Wisdom played this beautiful here. They were always jealous to get those kills here. Concentrated more on Sully here, taking the entire aggro of Trashcan Gang, and it's Trashcan Gang not dropping to point. They did have a beautiful showing here. They should have won that map, and Trashcan Gang with the trash play. I'm sorry, I had to put that out at some point. Either way, it was a beautiful play. I was rooting. Oh, and then what can you say? It's just unfortunate. It's not even a C9. It's just
5,
unfortunate.
4, 3, 2,
It's just unfortunate.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
Who cares about the precision? Either way, we're gonna go to the mid-season here, or mid-map. It's gonna be Finnick back. Oh, that's Symmetra, the comfort pick for him coming in as well. And they're gonna be rotating faster onto point. They seem to be sticking to the double shield from both sides, providing a lot of damage. So far, Sully coming that swing, a couple of games here and there. They're still poking something else, but it's Cannon Fodder, and Trashcan Gang on point here with that high charge of Finnick here. This is zoning out. Wisdom Overwatch so far. They do run the double shield here, but it does give Symmetra just more value to charge in. Reinhardt shield goes down, HP Prime with that nice pickup as well. But there's an anti on Cannon Fodder, and Picks are fairly even as well, and they do have the break out. But with that, the damage is coming to fluid, coming in from Trashcan Gang, picking up the next couple of kills. They did rotate all the way to side to Trashcan Gang spawn here, potentially cuttable as well. So they tried to stall, maybe get to picking up the reverse in the back line. But with that, it's going to be Trashcan Gang picking up the match here, and with that fight being so long, they're already sitting at a nice 30 to 40% cushion on this point. This might what they need. It seems like they're going to be playing a little more pointish since they did not able to capture last point there. So let's see. Either way, it's going to be a small brawl here. Sully, Finnick is already built up the thing else. Sully with that nano here, trying to be very careful to transcend through that wall. He's going to be relying on that break to help with Finnick. Oh, but as Amanda once again in that farm rest waiting to engage construction onto it, but Poletis comes out and stops on the fight. It's basically trying once again with that multi-core, is able to just put everything on point and provide so much damage on the for Trashcan Gang here. Bruce only one alive here, and that fight once again took 30% off the clock, and now we're looking at 80% here. It's going to be Wisdom Overwatch, the Nether group here, and it's looking at the last fight territory for them here. Gaga though does spot Yoidrin out of zone here, already low from the previous fight here. It's going to have a high noon. They're going to be rotating in as well. Shield's going to be going down heavily for the side of Trashcan Gaming here. Oh, and with that, it's going to be Can Fodder picked up as well. Amanda's going to be above points, spam damage into it. And rest of Trashcan Gangs to be swept up and put back into the bin. It seems that the fight got a little messy here, so it's Wisdom Overwatch cleaning up a little bit. The road ball pass started off. It's going to be Beam aggressive for the aggression here, but Sully here used that opportunity with that other shield out of the gun with Structure Drop and a big shatter. Does get to but the damage comes out, and they're able to get 2 kills. Counter in Lavino now back on the Zarya here with the high charges running at them. HP Prime is going to translating it out as well. But Nadino is high charge. He has a protection from that break with him in as well. Now forcing Trashcan Gang to go back to spawn at the pickup here. But they're at 99%. They're sitting at that one fight victory, or that one fight map pickup. Alright, Wisdom Overwatch can go hard, going rotate here. Nadino once again on that start to pick up. Oh, Barrage coming in, getting the 3-4 picks. Oh, Amanda just raining death and destruction onto the Trashcan Gang here. Oh. But HP Prime has already built up that molten core once again here. So far, pretty beautiful what he can do with it. But with that high noon coming out as well, Cannon Fodder is stuck pretty much by himself. He's going to be breaking through his shield. He needs to rotate as well. Skeletons is popping in the backline here, early trying to protect their main tank and cans. He does break shield and gets put out as well. They're trying to use this aggression well. Molten core comes out, he's zoning out as well. Sully does get the high noon, and Navino is going to be zoned out on the side here. Timer coming down, doesn't get anybody. Cannon Fodder with the reverse thing as well. But Cannon Fodder gets that anti. Oh, if they can get the pick on him, it's going to be a fairly deadly fight as well. But Cannon Fodder coming in very nicely here. Going to be able to pick up the fight with it. They're already at 99%. And if not, it's not going to be Wisdom Overwatch. Won't have the time to contest. And it's going to be the 1-1 Trashcan Gaming picking up that map that they should have gotten last round. And now we're going to the third map here. These teams have such a fantastic showing so far, being neck on neck here. We're going literally down to the 5th map, We're not going to the 5th map here, but going to the 3rd point. Everything is going to be holding on these 99 to 100%, the last point.
Once the mission starts, no more messing around.
Will that Trashcan Gang fire keep blazing, or will Wisdom Overwatch will stomp it out and get the fight coming into this fight? Either way, it's going to be the start of the match, and start of the last match here. Trashcan Gang is going to be going for a dive combo, but if you are directly jumping into Amanda here, dropping already half to his health, giving a lot of nice strikes to Amanda as well. Cannon Fodder is going to be jumping for that McCree here. He's crowding out by himself. Was a little slow on that rotation. And with that, it's going to be the pickoff coming through for Trashcan Gaming here. They're going to be sitting on the high ground here. But it is Trashcan Gang on the point here. So they're going to be able to get that first percentage going as well. Amanda's going to be rotating in. Oh my god, Yo Adrian caught out. Didn't rotate fast enough with his team. And he could not do well. It seems like Wisdom Overwatch is still getting the takes by their favor here. Point is not getting over to anybody's team yet. Yo Adrian once again directly in the middle of the team here, and Joe Gosby zoning out, and with that it's going to be Wisdom Overwatch picking up the first map. Finnick now switches on to that Widowmaker, potentially gets the pick as well. Cannon Fodder jumps off the map, jumps into traffic here to get a easier reset for his team. Team also jumping off, so it seems they're going to be switching strategies on this last point. I'm going to assume they're going to be switching. Yep, they're going to be switching. They're going to be sticking to the same comp here, just worth on the team reset. No, team going back onto that Sigma here. Cannon Fodder just at 81% here. Does want to roll out. I'm almost to mines. I want to play. I can get a 6K out of it, but seems like Ian is the level-headed person, gets him back onto that Reinhardt pick, and this we're going to be going with that double shield. I'm going to say it's Frost. We have HR Prime on that Reaper as well. I just realized I've been saying his name wrong all the entire time. Either way, we're going to be at 50% here for Wisdom Overwatch here. Nice showing so far. Brawl is still in the front line. Amanda does pick up Finnick as well, with that more damage coming up the front line. They have the double spam damage here. It's going to be fairly hard for Trashcan Gang to push through this choke, and Finnick are still down, so there's no pickup on the Pharah. Fairly hard either way. Amanda does it on the barrage. HR Prime trying to rotate the high ground here. It's going to be a big barrage once again coming through. Google Gaga jumping on the high ground, picking up the Mercy. 80%. It seems like Wisdom Overwatch knew what they're going to run on this map, and they're showing it so far and so strong. Almost a 90%. Last 10 seconds for Trashcan Gang here. They need to touch the point. Cannon Fodder once again, them actually switching to that to get out the point. 99. Oh, he managed to get into on point at the last second. Tries to prevent him coming in, but big bomb on point, picks up Ellie Turtle. Counter charge coming in, and slowly isolated far a little bit on the side. Gets the kills, but nice anti-nade from Yo Adrian coming in. HR Prime does get knocked in the air and killed off by that Doomfist, and with that, healers are down from the side of Trashcan Gang. Gugaga now has the Mano, is going to be looking for that Hammond, and cleanup comes through. Wisdom Overwatch with 100-0 on this last map here. Wisdom Overwatch showing that they are currently the highest team in this second division, coming up with a victory. Nice pickup from you guys. Seems like Trashcan Fire seemed to have fizzled out that last point. I hate to say it, but it must be negative quite a bit that they could have won the city. They could have won the city center, but by not going on to point, they lost that map. It is lucky. It was fairly lucky, and if that was intentional for Wisdom Overwatch, I hands down you have my total respect if that was an actual strat, but it seems to come down to a little bit of luck in all these games. That's what it comes down to. It's skill, it is luck, but it seems like mostly it's going to be skill. Either way, both teams beautiful showing so far. Fairly neck on neck fight. Like you guys saw it. It came down to last map. It came down to last point. And Wisdom Overwatch able to pick it up in the end. But Trashcan Gang, you had a beautiful showing, and it's gonna be Either one. Going to be have a post game interview here. I do. Oh, season 3 voice. We're going to be jumping down there. Greetings, Navino. Your team won in the end. You guys
Wait,
had
hold on.
a
Can you drag Jeff up here?
can't drag him. He should be able to join.
Oh,
Wait,
I'm gonna DM him, tell him to join.
hold up. No. He left the voice channel. I dragged him, but he left. I have
Okay, I
dragging
DM'd him.
permissions.
He thinks I told him not to come. That's what that we were joking about it. But sure, go ahead and ask some questions about that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jeff, yeah, I wanted both of us here, Jeff.
Okay. So yeah, you guys had a little stall there. Either way, beautiful showing from you guys from Wisdom Overwatch here. You guys won in the end. It seems that Trashcan Gang did catch you on a weird foot, and then Hanamura and King's Row map being able to take two maps off of you guys. You guys getting back strong, but from a player's perspective, what was that? What was that Trashcan Gang did that stalled you guys for such a long time?
I think we had like a lot of trouble. Like I've not played again like in our scrims. We haven't played in like with these bands against a team that's run like the Rhine Sigma, and they did a really good job of pushing their Sigma forward and like baiting us into it, like trying to like bait us into fighting their Sigma and trying to pick the Sigma for being too aggro. And then when he stepped back, they just had so much damage to put through. Jeff, you want to add anything to that?
I think they tried to get us to play their game, and they were really good at their game, and we weren't prepared for it, right? So third map, what a lot of our players said is go back to what we know best, play our basics,
Exactly.
take that map, yeah.
And honestly, it was like that comp. I have not seen people run it, and it's like a really interesting comp. And like we tried running the mirror on them, as you saw, like on Oasis, and like it worked at some points, but we had to switch back to our own bread and butter at points.
It seemed very reminiscent of that Clockwork Vendetta kind of strat, where you use that Sigma ult in conjunction instead of the May ult of zoning people out and just denying people and just being a very long range bunker comp. And that's what this seems to me what they were running. They're running it beautiful here. But for me, like the most important question I have, and I assume anybody actually watching this game is, what the hell happened on Oasis here?
Oh, you're talking
Sully
about the
took the
C9?
aggro in there. I don't want to call it the C9, but
Well, they made one mistake with their team comp is we had Goo Goo Gaga and they didn't. So,
you're gonna say it on the one.
The 4K hedge McCreel was huge for that point, even though we overused ults in the end. I think that was our map to win. We made the mistake of overusing ults. If we don't overuse those ults, it's an easy map, honestly.
Yeah, we definitely had a really bad game tonight in terms of ult economy. We played pretty sloppy in that regard. But like, and I think it was like we were thrown off by the comps they were running. Like, I remember on Busan, like I threw a grab in and there's Sigma 8, and I was like, I haven't seen a Sigma eat ult in like 3 months now, like and so I'm really happy with how we came back and we were able to solidify the series. But huge props to them, because that comp on like closed maps like King's Row, like what was the other map they beat us on? Hanamura, like their Hanamura strat. Also, they baited the shit out of us. Just like our main tank goes, I'm gonna pin back when they telly in. They don't telly in, so he gets caught pinning.
Yep.
And like it was just like a beautiful bait.
We have Finnick here, that Widowmaker that shut you guys down for such a long time on that Hanamura phase. Finnick here, it's nice strat coming out both on Kings Row and on Hanamura here. It seems that you on the Symmetra and the Widowmaker carried your team to victory on both those maps.
Yeah, Symmetra is like really integral to a lot of the comp that we play on those closed point maps. It's it's been a learning process because I haven't really played her in the past. She really hasn't been that meta, but now I think she has a lot of tools in her kit that make her much better as a character. And the 140 charged ball shot that she has is really strong. Is really strong. And
Uh,
for Widowmaker, I haven't played it in a while, but on Hanamura, we decided to play it because they were running the Pharah, and we decided that maybe it's the time. And it ended up working out with the Sigma Shield to help support me playing it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, the Sigma Shield and the Mercy Pocket as well. Just
it was really hard to even like get position to like even die Finnick because it was like
I
if
played that really far angle.
yeah, and plus like whenever me and like our other die, like I was Diva, so it was Winston. Like we went to top window, they had a Junkrat trap there. We went main, we got bursted down by like the Rhine Sigma. You know, it was like it was really hard for us to find a position to even dive. You know, and so huge props for that because like you guys adapted to what we ran very well. But
Well, I think the biggest adjustment we have to make is the tempo of the comp, right? Like,
mhm.
without getting like too in depth, and like they force you to play a much different tempo than any other comp, and you guys do a really good job of taking a team off guard and not expecting something because our tempo just messed up so much time because if we can't get to that Torb turret or we can't get to the Symmetra and she gets fired up, like it forces us to play very decisive and very carefully about where we're going.
It's a really tough comp to play, and you guys played against it pretty well, to be honest. Like you pulled us around a lot. You know, it's pulling us around and making us face a bunch of angles is difficult because
it's a comp that seems very slow to rotate, but once it's set in, it's hard to break.
yes,
Yeah.
yep, it's
And
like a new age bunker. It's weird.
I think that's why Hannah More and Kings Row it's so effective because where are you gonna go? It's harder to make those kind of space.
Well,
Like there's
Yeah,
less
on
angles.
2CP, like with a set choke, it's such a good comp.
Yeah,
Like,
it's rough.
well, Street Phase as well. It seems to be first point. Who cares about that one? That Street Phase was your particular
yeah.
vein there.
And we went to the Roadhog on Kings Row, like in the effort to try and just like play more of a pick comp, and it works for a minute. But the thing is, over like in a
They did,
longer fight, they get more value out of it if I don't land my hooks, and
they
it's
just got
hard.
ults.
Yeah,
That was basically it. It's just
Yeah.
Hog is the pick one, but currently he is that old battery here. He's been so far a very very bad pick of the times I've seen him. Just providing, it was basically HR Prime here getting his molten core again online once again, and just burning through you guys. I think his molten core actually caught you guys off guard every single time he used it. It was either Sully or a little turtle just aggressing a little too far and suddenly being caught off on just just kind of, winding up on just all of this molten core and just being caught
yeah.
out.
Honestly, like again, really well played. You guys really made us had to think about like what we were doing because like as I said, we've never played that comp into that comp or against that comp,
Hey,
and
your guys' switches were beautiful. We had to think about it too. Like it was, you guys played extremely well. It was like, even though we lost, I still would rather play those kinds of matches every day of the week than
100%. I think
yeah,
it was fun. I will
yeah.
say though, I will not enjoy playing against that comp because that
I'm so
comp is
sorry.
no like we're such an aggro team, and it's like playing that comp, you just can't just run into it, because like
It's
that's exactly what you want
well,
want us to do.
technically speaking, that would be the way to break it is to basically speed onto them from an angle that they don't expect.
But the thing is like if you play it too aggressive and you use cooldowns early, it's all about cooldown management. So if you
Yeah.
do it correctly, yes, that's how you break it. But
Yeah.
just it's like when a plat player says just hold W forehead. Like it's not the same,
No, it's and in pen and paper, it is dive that should counter it pretty hard, but it's just getting that dive set up, and they did
Hmm.
do a beautiful job of everything else. Finnick, I already asked, and Vino and Jeff here coming from Wisdom Overwatch, that Oasis map. It seems that everybody was looking at Sully with that nano and then forgot to drop onto point. Uh, did that cause potentially a little of a hiccup in morality for you guys?
No,
No.
no, I no, no.
Oh, it's a nice.
It was unfortunate. We were like, oh no, but the next game we knew we had to win it, so we came back full force, and we still ended up losing, but we did give it our all, and there wasn't till the communication stayed up, the whole time. It was good.
That was beautiful. It went down to the wire. You
Yeah.
guys, both teams played beautiful. You guys showed what you guys can do. And well, both of you were before this on top of the Division Two leaders. Like both of you were neck on neck. I think Wisdom Overwatch just had one map victory over you guys, Trashcan.
Yep.
But now they're at the top. You guys in second place. But this means I'm gonna look forward to what you guys are gonna be bringing out on the playoffs tournament, because if I can get this now, I can't wait what you guys are going to be able to bring out when the entire map pool is available for that playoff tournament.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
gonna be crazy.
We'll see what heroes are banned, right?
Yeah.
No. Playoffs tournament, I don't think there's any hero
Oh my
bans.
god.
Oh, huge. Okay.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's just
like, I'm hoping they
it-
switch it back to OWL bans now that OD has mirrored. I
the
hope that, like, I
change
asked.
came out. I want to point out the change came out to basically follow OD for the to do that instead of the OD after changes were considered. But it seems that OD did change the
Yeah,
ruling in
that
the end. So far, it's going to be what we're currently doing. It's going to give you guys the maximum of time to actually get the time down for the characters.
Okay.
Because it's kind of hard to practice a character. For example, now Moira and Anna are currently banned
bro,
in
it's so
comp.
stupid. I don't want to play. I don't want to play a match with those. With like, so the whole reason we wanted to switch is because like it was Jeff and I that proposed the switch in season 3 chat about the change, because that's what other tournaments are doing. But now that OD is doing the OWL bans, almost every tournament is doing OWL bans
Well,
with like
we'll
a
see if,
with a
if
timeline
there's
now.
going to be a change either way.
Yeah,
You guys seem to adapt quite a bit to the hero bans, both teams.
yeah, it was
In
good
the end.
games.
Yeah, it was great games.
Either way, thank you guys for showing up. I'm going to point out the actual MVP for me was HR Prime's turret. I think that turret got the most amount of value in this entire game, and it should have popped up either way. I think everybody, it is time for you guys to go to bed. Actually, what is this, Friday? Yeah. Actually, don't go to bed.
Well,
Who
thank
cares?
you for casting.
Oh,
Thank
no
you.
worries. It was beautiful to watch. I was fairly excited through most of this. It was neck on neck on neck. So thank you guys for showing me such a close game. Thank you for the viewers for showing up. It seems like most of them are jumping off. You only have 4 people around, and I assume it's mostly either the 4 people currently sitting in here, having the stream up open as well. Either way, have a good night. Guys, get some rest, and stay safe in the coronavirus outbreak.
Yeah.
Hey,
Night,
GG
everyone.
guys.
Good night.
GG's.